In A Tale of Two Cities, Charles Dickens begins by writing, "It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. It was a season of light, it was a season of darkness. It was the spring of hope, it was the winter of despair." I'm Tina Polachek Gartley, a candidate for judge, and I begin with these famous words from A Tale of Two Cities because that is, unfortunately, how it has been in Luzerne County for far too long. As citizens, we have had our season of darkness and winter of despair, with weekly headlines informing us that judges, county employees, and other elected officials have put their own financial gain above the public trust. For too long, the honest, hard-working people of Luzerne County have lost their voice, while corrupt politicians in the Old Boys Network have walked away with millions. Not any longer. On May 19th, we must find our voice. But we must use it for more than simply complaining about corruption and politics as usual. We must use it for action. We must vote. By voting, we can stop the corruption and put an end to the Old Boys Network. By voting, we can use our collective voice to elect qualified, fresh faces that share our values and can bring the change we need. For the last 3 months, I have been telling people that I am the change that Luzerne County so desperately needs, and that I can deliver the experienced justice that we deserve. Tonight, I would like to tell you why. To begin, let me assure you that I am not a politician and clearly not a member of the Old Boys Network. Unlike others, I have never run for office, and my family has never been political or connected. My father was a school bus driver and my mother is a nurse, a working-class family with working-class values. Those values were instilled in me at an early age, growing up in a close-knit Polish family in Wilkes-Barre Township. In my family, honesty, fairness, and justice were not simply campaign slogans. They were expectations, taught to me by my parents and siblings, and my babci and my chuchis and my many cousins. Throughout my adult life, I have continued to learn the importance of working-class values. As a young woman, I learned that with hard work, I could put myself through college misericordia and then law school at Syracuse University College of Law. As a mother, I have learned boundless love, that patience truly is a virtue, and that children have a natural sense of justice and fairness that all adults can learn from. I have also learned that it is completely possible for all of us to play a small part in building a better, more just world. And I have tried doing that by being active in my church as a lector, a CCD teacher, and running our annual bazaar, in my children's school as the PTA president, and by serving on the accreditation committee, by serving on various charitable and civic boards, and by being actively involved in my boys' baseball, soccer, ice hockey, golf, and wrestling organizations. I learned those values and the lessons that came with them well. That is perhaps why in my 18 years of practicing law, I have lent my voice to those who had none, to the victims, the poor, the disenfranchised, and families just like yours. Instead of making a small fortune, I have chosen to make a big difference. In 6 years as a full-time assistant district attorney, I ensured that I had more than courtroom experience. I made sure that I had trial experience, trying dozens of jury trials to verdict and enjoying the highest conviction rate in the district attorney's office in the process. While doing so, I convicted rapists and sexual predators and ensured that victims of unthinkable crimes had a voice that could not be silenced. As the senior attorney at the Justice Center and through my pro bono work, I have raised that voice even louder. I have practiced virtually every type of criminal and civil law, and I've been a panelist on WVIA State of Pennsylvania and WYOU's Interactive News. I've also been recognized by the Citizen's Voice as one of Luzerne County's strongest advocates for victims of sexual and domestic abuse and as a shield against abuse. In that capacity, I have served on the Luzerne County, Lackawanna, and Susquehanna County Task Force and have provided training to other attorneys and judges, medical professionals, social workers, and police officers as a lecturer for many organizations, including the Luzerne County District Attorney's Office and Bar Association, the Pennsylvania Coalition Against Rape, and the Pennsylvania Coalition Against Domestic Violence. In sum, I am uniquely and extensively qualified to serve as judge in Luzerne County. I've been endorsed by local unions, including the Pennsylvania State Education Association. But the most important endorsement I need is yours. With your vote, I will work every day to ensure that we will enjoy a season of light and a spring of hope once again in Luzerne County. For 18 years, I have fought tirelessly to give those who most needed to be heard a voice in courtrooms throughout Pennsylvania. Now, I'm asking you to fight for me and give me a voice as judge. Together, we can ensure that justice will never again be silenced in Luzerne County. On May 19th, you be the judge. And please, vote for me, Tina Polachek Gartley.